let's say for this trick, I have the spectator go ahead and take out any card they would like. After this, I would have them look at the card and remember it. So let's say this is your card. Go ahead and remember this for me. Once they've remembered their card, I would take their card, or the spectator could actually do this whole thing. They would place their card on top of the deck, and I would ask for them to cut the deck and complete the cut. Let's say they do that right there. And I tell them they can cut the deck and complete the cut as many times as they would like. And once they're satisfied to stop cutting the deck, let's say they stop right there. I would then ask the spectator to turn the deck face up and start cutting face up this time, just so they can see all of the cards they could have selected, they can cut to, just everything. And once they're satisfied to stop cutting, let's say right there, after this, I would take the deck and I would give it a few cuts as well, showing them some different cards here they could have had. And then I would stop cutting as well. And based on that last cut, I now know how far down in the deck your card is. What if your card is 5 cards down? Let's check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The fifth card is hopefully your 2 of diamonds. So, that is going to be the trick for today. If you would like to learn how to do this, make sure to stick around for the tutorial. Alright, so I'm going to teach you how to do this ACAAN, but I'm also going to teach you 2 other ACAAN tricks as well you can do. So this is the only one with a setup. The other 2 you don't need a setup for. So before we actually get into this tutorial, this deck I'm using, these are the run playing cards. You can see the box opens up at the sides. So if you would like to see a full tutorial or a deck review on this deck, I'm going to leave that down below so you can check it out. But this is the deck I'm using, one I haven't used in quite a while. So let's get into the setup for this. So the setup for this trick is simple. You're going to take out any suit from the deck, let's say hearts, and you're going to take out 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, Jack, Queen, King. Okay? And then you're going to go ahead and reverse these, okay? So now the King, Queen, Jack, 10, and then, 10 through 2, that's going to be on top, leaving the 2 on the bottom. Then I take one different card, so I like the contrast here, so the black, and I put that on the bottom as well. So this is going to be your big stack or setup here, and all of this goes on the bottom of the deck, and this is your setup. You have that 2 through king with that one card at the bottom. The king is on top, the 2 is at the bottom. And this is your whole setup. So you can start off the trick with some false cuts, false shuffles, but you don't have to. After this, you're going to have them select a card. You can do this in any manner, you just don't want them to select one of the cards from your stack at the bottom. So I spread out the middle of the deck, and I have them select one from the middle. They're going to look at it and remember it. And in this case, we're going to keep it face up. Let's say the 9 of clubs. But obviously, it'll be face down. After this, the spectator is going to give the deck one solid cut. And then, this is optional, but they can cut the deck a few more times. After they're satisfied with that, they're going to turn the deck face up. And this is where you want to remember one of your suit here, so the hearts. You're going to cut the deck a few more times like this. And if they run into a heart immediately, I have them keep going, okay? And they can cut the deck. Once they're done cutting the deck, I'm going to take it back, and now I'm going to start cutting. And the only thing I'm looking for is one of my hearts. So here's the move I'm going to do. I'm going to cut the deck, and once I see a heart, I just take a quick peek, and then I turn the deck over. So now I got to peek at the 2 of hearts on the bottom, meaning their card is second from the top. That is the only move you're going to do. So you can cut the deck in your hands, but once you see a heart, get a peek at that 5 and then turn the deck over. And now their card is 5 from the bottom, or 5th from the top. So you can come up with any pattern you would like, but now you're just going to count 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and that is going to be the 9 of clubs. So now, if you wanted to put the stack back on the bottom of the deck and do the trick again, here's how you can do that. You're going to hold this in this sort of grip, okay? Middle ring pinky on the front, thumb in the back. You're going to put your pinky down on top of the deck. You're going to peel the cards on top, keeping a pinky break, okay? You're going to do that until you have the very last card. Then you can come over and do thumb break. So your 3 fingers on the front of the deck, thumb in the back, and the fleshy part of your thumb is holding these cards away from the deck. You can double undercut the bottom portion right to the top, put in your stack right back at the bottom. And if you don't know how to do the double undercut, I'm going to leave a video down below so you can check it out. And I'm also going to leave some false cuts down below there as well. Let's go over this one more time. You're going to have a card selected and put on top. They're then going to cut the deck. After they're done cutting the deck face down, they're then going to cut the deck face up. If they cut to a heart, just let them finish the cut and keep going until they're satisfied. Then you're going to take the deck and you're going to cut it as well. When you run into a heart, you're just going to peek at the number, the 8, and remember it, and turn the deck face down. You don't want them to remember the 8 at all. I don't think the hearts really matter, but the number does matter. Okay, so it might look something like this. So as you can see, all of these cards you could have cut to, you could have had any one of these, just like this. So let's give it some cuts like this. And right there, I got the 9 of hearts. So that was a little more difficult because of where the stack was. But now you can go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 for the 9 of clubs. Just like that. And that is how you're going to do the trick. So I hope you like that one. And then obviously to move the suits to the bottom, you're going to hold your break. You're going to slide these on top, keeping a pinky break, okay? And then you can double undercut these to the bottom, like that. Now, if you don't want to use one suit, you could probably get away with using 2 suits. You're just going to want to make sure they don't choose any of your bottom stack, okay? And then you'll have more of a free range for them to cut to. But if I can work that into a trick somehow, I'll make a video on it, and then I'll show you how that all works. But that was the first trick. Let me get into why I wouldn't do the ace really quick. So aces are going to be worth 1. So if they cut to an ace, that means their card is going to be on top of the deck. So I don't think that's very impressive. But you can work that somehow into a trick. Go ahead and do that. But that was the first trick. Let's get into the second trick. So for this one, we're going to have the deck shuffled up, and we're going to have any card selected. So let's say we give the deck a little shuffle, and let's say they take this card. They look at this card and they remember it. So here's your card. Go ahead and remember that for me. Once they're done, I would take back their card and say that we're going to lose it into the deck somewhere. And I'm going to see, or actually you're going to see if you can find your own card. So I want you to name a number out loud between, let's say, 5 and 30. Let's say they name 10. So now I'm going to deal 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now you just have to answer yes or no. Is the Jack of Hearts your card? And let's say you answer no. I would say, oh. I would hand the deck over to you and I would have you count 11, or actually 10, because you named 10. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Remember, deck was shuffled, you selected any card, and we counted to 10 a few times. And I hope this card is your 10 of spades. So, that was the second trick. Let's learn how to do this one. So as you can see, this one works all in the hands. So it's a really nice one to do. So starting off this effect, you can have the deck shuffled, and then you're going to have a card selected. So let's say we select this one. In this case, the 4 of diamonds. All you want to do with the 4 of diamonds is either control it to the top or keep it on top. Now, I use a controlled overhand shuffle, so I'm going to leave a tutorial down below in case you want to learn that shuffle. That's all I did, but you can do any shuffle you would like. After you have their card on top, you're going to ask for a number. Now, there are some things you want to remember here. If they name 1, the card is on top. If they name 2 or 3, they might be able to figure out how you did it, so it won't be that impressive. And if they name number 50, 51, or 52, who wants to sit there until you count all the way to 50? So that's why I like to keep it in the range of 5 and 30. Not too high, not too low. But once again, it's your call. So let's say they name number 8. So you're going to count 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And you're going to show them the 8th card, and you're going to ask, is this your card? They're going to say no. You're going to put this card on top of the stack you just dealt, pick up everything, and then put it on top of the deck. So now, any pattern you want to have them count to number 8, you can do that. And then they can count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. The 4 of diamonds. So that is going to be the second effect. Not too hard at all. Let me go over that one more time for you. So you're going to have a card control to the top of the deck. You're going to ask them for a number. Let's say number 5. So you're going to deal 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You're going to turn over the 5th card and ask them, is this their card? And depending on what they say, you're still going to put the card on top of the pile. Then you're going to pick up everything and then place it back on top of the deck. Say, here, how about you count 5? So then they're going to deal 1, 2, 3, 4. And the 5th card will be there, 4 of diamonds. So that is going to be the second trick. I hope you like that one. And without further ado, here's the last ACAAN you can do. And I'm not going to actually perform this because I need to be standing up and to do this. And I'm not going to actually do that. So I'm going to teach you how to do this first, okay? And then I'll see if I can do some sort of performance. but you'll need a pants pocket or a shirt pocket and actually standing up. So for this one, what you're going to do is you're going to have a card selected, in this case the ace of spades, and you're going to control it to the bottom of the deck. But any way you want to control it to the bottom of the deck, go ahead. And then you're going to place the deck in your pocket. So I'm going to leave the card control videos down below so you can check out those, and hopefully one of those controls has one to the bottom. But if they don't, let me know in the comments and I will make one for you. But the double undercut is a really good one you can do to the bottom. So once the card is on top of the deck, or on the bottom of the deck, my bad, you're going to place the deck in your pocket and you're going to ask them for a number. Now in this case, you don't want 50, 51, or 52. You could possibly get away with number 1 because the deck is in your pocket, but I don't think it's going to be that impressive. So that's why I give them a range between 5 and 30. So let's say they name number 6. You just want to remember that the ace, or their selection, is on the bottom of the deck. So technically, you could deal the first 5 cards from the top of the deck, the middle of the deck. But for the 6th card, you want to do the bottom. But here's what I mean. So let's say this is my pocket. They name 6. Gonna reach my one hand in, and I'm gonna pull out 1 card for 1. Then I'm gonna pull out 2. I might come back and do 3, 4, 5. And for that 6th card, I'm gonna go straight to the bottom. Gonna be face down. I'm gonna pull out 6. You can go over the whole trick again, and then you can show them the ace of spades. So that is what the trick is going to look like. I'm going to show that one more time, and then that's going to be the video. So for this one, you're going to have a card control to the bottom. Let's say the ace. Then they name a number. Let's say we keep this simple. We go with 5 again. You're going to deal either from the top or from the middle 4 cards. So you're going to deal the number under their named number. So basically, you're going to take their number 5 minus 1, which is 4, and you're going to deal 4 cards either from the middle or from the top. If you do from the bottom, just make sure you don't run into that bottom card there. So for 4, I could go 1, I could go 2, I could go 3. Okay, be careful here. I'm going to go 4. And then for 5, I'm going to reach in with my one hand and pull out the 5th card, which is going to be their ace of spades. So, this was the effect. I hope you liked all 3 of these ACAAN tricks. If you did, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Let me know which one was your favorite. That's it, and I will see you guys next time for a new video. Bye.